Hello YouTube, Spade here, and it's time to OU Horror once again, and this time for Wilechase's OU Tourney round 1, and this is against RyanNotSludge from YouTube. So let's begin. I lead off with Swampert, and he leads off with Swampert. I go for Stealth Rocks, and he goes for Stealth Rocks. And since I'm faster, I go for Roar first, and I roar him out into Scissor, which is good, and because this is not a standard Mixpert lead, I am able to outspeed his Swampert. So yeah, he U-turns and goes into Lucario. I'm not sure why, cause I just go for Roar and I roar him out into his T-Tar, and I have already seen 4 of his team members, so that's pretty good for me. And I see that the T-Tar has lefties, so I'm thinking this is Tyranny Boa or maybe a Curse Tar, I'm not sure. And he goes for Crunch, I just roar, and we're back to square one. And I know he's gonna either EQ or Ice Beam, so I'm just going to switch out here. And I go into my Skarmory, and he goes for EQ, so that's good for me. I get a chance to set up a layer of spikes, cause yeah, this team is all about entry hazards, and then some madness you will see later on. And he goes for Ice Beam, it does nothing cause this is my specially bulky Skarmory. So I get a chance to set up a second layer of spikes, and now he goes for Roar, and he roars me out into my Jirachi, who is the final key player of this team. After I have set up my entry hazards, I can use the Parafusion madness to mess up the opponent's team, and I go for Body Slam, get the Parahacks. He goes for EQ. I was kinda hoping he would go for Roar, but anyways, I can take the EQ, so it's not a big deal. And I have the Swampert paralyzed now, so next step is Swagger. So I get the Swampert confused, so yeah, Parafusion, let's go. And Swampert does hit himself, of course. He has only 25% chance to hit through the Parafusion, but he can always just switch out, but I have the entry hazard, so yeah. This is a pretty funny team. And now I go for Tsup here, in case he breaks through the confusion and goes for EQ, so I can avoid that. And now I go for Swagger again, he has +4, and this time he gets paralyzed. So yeah, and this is a pretty good turn to go for Psych Up, so yeah, I just copy his stats, and now I have +4 attack myself, so that's great. And the Swampert is feeling stupid again, which is good for me. And now he's going to switch out, and he goes into Gliscor, which is awesome for me. I go for +4 Body Slam, and it almost takes down the Gliscor, but I get the Parahacks again, of course, with the Serene Grace. And I go for one more Body Slam, take out the Gliscor, so that's awesome. One down, and now he goes into his Lucario, and he goes for Vacuum Wave, so this is a special Lucario, obviously. I go for Body Slam, and I get the Parahacks again, which is hilarious. And now I'm going to predict another Vacuum Wave, so I go for Tsup, but he gets Parahacks, which goes in his favor, because now I go for Tsup, but he predicts that, goes for Aura Sphere, and breaks my Tsup. And this is kind of funny, when you break a Tsup with a Life Orb Pokemon, you don't get the recoil. But now he goes for Vacuum Wave, and now he gets the recoil and dies. And now I just go for Substitute again, so yeah, that's pretty awesome. I got the Lucario down, and now he goes for he goes into Dusknoir now. I'm not sure why. I would have gone into Dusknoir in the first place, cause I have nothing to hurt this Dusknoir, but since I have my Tsup, I might as well go for Swagger. But he breaks through the confusion, goes for Fire Punch, breaks my Tsup obviously, and I'm going to switch out here, cause yeah, I can't do anything to this Dusknoir. and I switch into my men's and I get the intimidate, so he's back to +1, and he does break through confusion, but since Salamence does resist fire, it does nothing, but he gets the burn, which doesn't matter cause this is a specs men's, but yeah, the burn and the sandstorm are going to wear me down pretty damn quickly, so I won't be having many turns to attack. So I go for hydro pump cause none of his team members resist water, so yeah. And the Dust Noir hits himself, so that's awesome. That buys me one more turn to do something. And I have 69 HP, so that's a sign. He goes into Scissor, and for some random reason he doesn't BP, so I go for Hydro Pump and I'm spec, so that's gonna destroy the Scissor. So that's pretty good for me, and the Sandstorm rages and I get hurt by Burn, but I still live with 8 HP, and he goes into Swampert, so I'm just going to spam the Hydro Pump one more time, and that is going to take down the Swampert obviously. But now, since the Sandstorm rages, it takes my men's down, but yeah, it doesn't matter cause he's now down to his last guy, which is a T-Tar, so I send out my Gengar here, and I'm going to play it safe, so I go for Trick. I could have just used Focus Blast, but I'm not sure what kind of T-Tar this is, and later he told me this is a DD, so if the Focus Blast would have missed, I might have been screwed, who knows, because he might have been able to set up some DDs. So now I got him locked into Crunch, so that's pretty good. And I still have 3 pokes left, but I don't have anything super effective against this T-Tar, so it's gonna take a while to take it down. So I just hit it once with the Ice Beam, he KOs me with another Crunch. And I go into my Jirachi now, hoping to leave 1 Crunch. So he goes for it, and I leave it with 6 HP, and I go for a Body Slam, and I get a crit Para Hack. So yeah, this is exactly what Jirachi does. So now I go for Swagger for the easy KO, and the T-Tar does hit himself, so that's good. And now I just go for Body Slam just to finish it off, and that is the game. And I get another crit just to rub it in his face. So yeah, that's the game. And I'm off to round 2. And now for the question of the day, or the hot topic, whatever. Again, some new stuff has been revealed about Generation 5 games. Today on the 12th of July. Some new pokes, including the really cool looking eagle. Then some exclusive locations like Black City and White Forest. Some kick-ass names right there. And what has really caught my attention is the new move called Magic Room. I'm thinking it's this thing here on this picture, which apparently negates the effects of the held items on battle. I bet it's for like 5 turns like Trick Room. But seriously, how cool is that? That might be useful against leads that have Focus Sash. You can force switches and use Stealth Rocks, or if they stay in, you can try to KO with some powerful attack. And when choice Pokemon uses Magic Room, it can still change moves, although the item won't be giving the boost, but it might be cool to attack for 1 turn, and if opponent decides to switch into some kind of wall to take the attack, you can then just trick the choice item to it. And it could make predicting other choice pokes easier, cause in Magic Room you don't have to worry about choice scarfed Flygon, cause you can be sure that your Starmie, for example, can outspeed it. But the downside is that it might be difficult to tell what sets your opponent is running, cause you can't see the held items. And like I said, it will most likely last only for 5 turns, so it's gonna be difficult to take advantage of. I think it won't be as popular as Trick Room, but it would be fun to make some sort of Magic Room team. That would be pro. Anyways, these are just my first thoughts, so leave comments about the new Generation 5 stuff and the magic room, and I will see you guys next time with another tourney match. And Spade is out. Peace.